Marcus Aurelius, a paragon of Stoic wisdom, once profoundly stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Greetings and welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Today, we're embarking on an enlightening exploration into the art of preserving personal power through the timeless Stoic practice of discretion. In an era where the boundaries of personal sharing are often blurred, there is undeniable value and strength in safeguarding certain facets of our lives. In today's episode, we will uncover 7 pivotal elements that, according to Stoic philosophy, are best kept private. This guidance not only fosters wisdom, but also fortifies inner strength. We will delve deep into how these ancient principles remain relevant and can dramatically shape our approach to modern challenges, providing a robust framework for living a more composed and resilient life. If you're poised to deepen your understanding of Stoicism and apply its principles to achieve a tranquil and empowered existence, make sure to check out our exclusive course, available right now. Let's journey together through these revelations that unlock a more serene and powerful existence, or full. 1. Don't speak ill of yourself. In an era where the pursuit of personal growth and resilience is often marred by the pressures of societal expectations, the Stoic philosophy offers a beacon of wisdom. One such guiding principle that is especially pertinent to men aged 30 to 65, a demographic often at the helm of professional and personal responsibilities, concerns the preservation of self-regard. Stoicism, a robust school of thought that extols virtue and control over one's own mind, sternly warns against the perils of self-deprecation. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, succinctly captured this ethos when he counseled, "Don't be overheard complaining, not even to yourself." This aphorism isn't merely about guarding one's words, but is a profound declaration on the sanctity of one's own mind. When you berate yourself with thoughts like, "I'm terrible at this," or "I'll never improve," you're not just engaging in harmless venting. Rather, you are eroding your self-esteem and consequently, your ability to persevere and succeed. The reason Stoicism advises against such negative self-talk is multifaceted. Primarily, it is about protecting your self-confidence and mental well-being. Engaging in a constant internal monologue of self-criticism can severely impair your motivation and obstruct your journey towards personal and professional growth. It's crucial to be vigilant about your inner dialogue. Stoicism isn't promoting unfounded optimism, but rather a realistic appraisal of one's abilities. As the modern iteration of this ancient wisdom, remind yourself of your potential and capabilities with affirmations like, "I am capable of achieving great things," or if not immediately, then eventually. This shift towards a positive and growth-oriented mindset is not just about self-improvement, but aligning with the core tenets of Stoicism, which emphasize resilience, self-control, and the pursuit of virtue. In integrating this Stoic wisdom into modern life, consider the tangible impact of your thoughts and words on your everyday existence. The narrative you construct in your mind inevitably colors your perception of reality and can either be a source of strength or a barrier to success. By choosing to adopt a more constructive and encouraging internal dialogue, you reinforce your resilience against the inevitable challenges of life. This practice is particularly vital in today's fast-paced world, where external pressures can easily overwhelm one's sense of self. Thus, let the words of another Stoic sage, Epictetus, resonate as you navigate the complexities of modern existence. No man is free who is not master of himself. In mastering your thoughts, especially those you direct at yourself, you claim a more empowered and stoic approach to life, one that promises not just peace but profound inner strength. Remember, the journey to becoming a true Stoic is not about suppression of emotion but the cultivation of a fortress-like mind, capable of withstanding any storm without yielding to the destructive temptations of negative self-talk. 2. Don't boast about self-improvement. Epictetus, a seminal figure in Stoic philosophy, offers a timeless lesson on self-improvement that resonates profoundly with those seeking personal growth. He advises us to undertake our journeys of self-improvement with humility and a quiet dignity, resisting the urge to trumpet our achievements and efforts to the world. Consider this. If you are climbing a mountain, isn't the summit itself a sufficient declaration of your endeavor, rather than the continuous update as broadcast at every step? According to Epictetus, genuine progress is not heralded with lewd proclamations but demonstrated through subtly yet significant changes in our behavior, actions, and mindset. Imagine self-improvement as a silent fortification of our inner character. Each element of personal growth, be it increased patience, greater empathy, or resilience, is akin to a thread that, when woven discreetly into the fabric of our being, strengthens our overall character. This internal transformation becomes evident externally in the quality of our interactions and the steadiness of our demeanor. Consider a contemporary example that might resonate with you. Think of Sarah, a dedicated young entrepreneur, who chose to enhance her leadership abilities not by publicly showcasing every seminar or book on leadership she engaged with, but by applying these principles quietly within her startup team. Her team didn't witness her journey by following her social media updates or celebratory posts. Instead, they experienced a palpable shift in their group dynamics and output as a direct result of her quietly applied new skills. Why then is it vital to keep our self-improvement journeys to ourselves? When we share every detail of our progress, we risk shifting our focus from genuine self-enhancement to seeking external validation. Epictetus's wisdom teaches us that true development is measured not by the external validation we receive, but by the real, observable changes in our lives and the lives of those around us. Actions indeed speak louder than words. Our actual growth is reflected in the way we live our lives, treat others, and handle daily challenges, not through the accolades we gather. By internalizing this Stoic lesson and applying it to our daily lives, we begin to live out the improvements we aspire to. Consider how often you have recognized someone's growth simply through their presence and actions, without them speaking a word about their efforts. Reflect on this as you ponder the ways you can manifest the essence of your personal growth. The most impactful and genuine way to inspire and influence others is by allowing the results of your improvements to be observed and felt. In the quiet accomplishments of personal growth lies the loudest declaration of our development. What are the silent steps you will take today toward improving yourself that others will notice tomorrow, without needing to be told? This Stoic principle not only guides us to lead lives of quiet confidence and intrinsic motivation, but also reminds us that in the subtlety of personal achievement lies profound influence and inspiration. 3. Don't be a glutton. In our ongoing journey towards a balanced and fulfilling life, the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosopher Musonius Rufus shines a guiding light, especially on the importance of moderation in all aspects of life. His teachings warn us against the pitfalls of excess, particularly when it comes to consumption habits such as eating and drinking. Stoicism, deeply rooted in the practice of discipline and self-control, emphasizes these virtues as not just beneficial, but essential for personal and professional success. Let's visualize the concept of moderation through the metaphor of a swinging pendulum. On one extreme, we encounter overindulgence, perhaps overeating or excessive drinking. While such actions may provide momentary satisfaction, they inevitably lead to a host of negative consequences. Physical discomfort and health complications can arise from overeating, while excessive drinking might impair judgment, resulting in a significant loss of self-control and overall quality of life. On the other end of the spectrum, excessive restraint or strict abstinence also poses risks. Such severity can lead to feelings of deprivation and frustration, and paradoxically it may increase the likelihood of succumbing to overindulgence in the future. Musonius urges us to aim for the golden mean, a balanced approach where moderation is key. He advises us to eat until we are content but not overly full, and to enjoy beverages in a way that enhances our social interactions and overall experiences, without compromising our faculties. This Stoic principle of moderation extends far beyond dietary habits. It is a versatile and universally applicable guideline that aids in regulating our actions and decisions across various dimensions of life. By adhering to moderation, we exercise discipline and self-control, which are vital for achieving our goals and maintaining a harmonious existence. Marcus Aurelius, another esteemed Stoic philosopher, encapsulates this idea in his admonition, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Applying this to our context, the most effective strategy for living is not to emulate the extremes, but to seek a moderate, balanced path. Therefore, in the intricate symphony of life, the principle of moderation acts as a crucial conductor, ensuring that each action and decision harmonizes with others to produce a rich, enduring melody. Let this Stoic ideal of moderation guide you as you navigate the complexities of modern life, helping you tackle challenges with grace and build resilience, thus leading a life that is not only successful, but also profoundly satisfying and aligned with the Stoic pursuit of virtue. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Before we proceed to our next section, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for being part of our community. It's truly a delight to have you with us. We encourage you to share your own experiences or thoughts with us. If you're not sure what to write, just drop a comment saying, "I am a newbie." Your active participation is not only a testament to your involvement, but also greatly inspires us. Now let's move forward on this adventure together, shall we? 4. Don't be a big mouth. In our fast-paced, often overwhelming world, filled with a barrage of opinions and noise, it is crucial to remember an invaluable lesson from Zeno, the founding philosopher of Stoicism. He elegantly stated, "You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, so listen more than you speak." This seemingly simple advice is imbued with profound wisdom, challenging us to reevaluate our approach to communication and interaction. Consider a typical day. You're in a crowded coffee shop surrounded by the buzz of conversations. Here you meet a friend who is struggling with personal issues. While your initial instinct might be to offer advice or share your experiences, applying Zeno's wisdom by choosing to listen, really listen, can transform this casual encounter into a meaningful exchange. Listening goes beyond hearing words. It involves understanding the underlying emotions, the unspoken thoughts, and the shared experiences. This act of listening not only enriches your interactions but also deepens your relationships, turning simple conversations into moments of true connection and mutual respect. In today's world where everyone can broadcast their thoughts across various platforms, mastering the art of listening is more valuable than ever. Whether it's in personal dialogues, professional settings, or even casual online interactions, showing sincere interest in others' viewpoints can distinguish you as a compassionate and thoughtful individual. This practice not only improves your personal and work relationships, but also enhances your overall life experience, providing new insights and perspectives that might otherwise go unnoticed. Furthermore, being a good listener is essential for effective teamwork and leadership. It fosters an environment of trust and collaboration, where open and honest communication is encouraged. It demonstrates respect for others' ideas and a willingness to consider diverse perspectives. Reflect on your own habits. How often do you actively listen? Could this simple yet profound act be the key not only to better communication, but also to personal growth and deeper understanding? As we endeavor to navigate the complexities of contemporary life, let us strive to embrace the Stoic virtue of prioritizing listening over speaking. By doing so, we not only pay homage to Zeno's teachings, but also build a life enriched by meaningful interactions and enlightened by wisdom. The benefits of this practice extend far beyond mere conversation. They enhance empathy, guide our decisions, and expand our understanding of the world around us. To conclude, adopting the Stoic practice of listening more than speaking can have a transformative effect on both personal and professional realms. It's not merely about keeping quiet. It's about being fully present and open to the experience of others. This mindset can lead to more profound relationships, heightened empathy, and a more comprehensive, nuanced perspective of life. Let us remember that amidst the noise and haste, the power to listen attentively is a potent tool for creating harmony and understanding. 5. Don't be too focused on the future. In the realm of Stoicism, there's a pivotal lesson about the dangers of excessive, future-focused thinking. Reflect on this. How often do we find ourselves ensnared by the what-ifs of tomorrow, allowing the sheer volume of possibilities to cloud our present joy? The illustrious Stoic philosopher Epictetus offers a beacon of wisdom on this matter, urging us to recognize the limits of our control. He poignantly observed, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." This Stoic principle isn't about abandoning future planning or disregarding the lessons of the past. Instead, it's about embracing a more grounded approach to life where we focus on the present and exert our energies on what we can actually affect. Now, let's delve deeper. How does this philosophy translate into everyday life? Can you identify areas where you might be giving too much power to the uncertainties of the future? Reflect on your current anxieties or ambitions. By acknowledging the limits of your control, you might discover a newfound freedom in handling life's unpredictable nature. Epictetus' counsel is not just about avoiding unnecessary stress, it's a call to action, to realign our focus towards actionable, present moment endeavors. This shift not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also sharpens our effectiveness in dealing with life's challenges. How might your daily life change if you chose to concentrate on the present rather than the uncharted future? As you ponder these questions, consider the transformative power of Stoic wisdom in your own journey. Imagine a life where each day is lived fully in the moment, enriched by the serenity that comes from knowing you are doing all that is within your power, letting go of what isn't. This isn't merely philosophical musing, it's a practical guide for thriving in a world rife with uncertainty. By adopting this Stoic mindset, you'll not only minimize stress, but also open up more space for joy and fulfillment in your daily endeavors. So as we move forward, let's challenge ourselves. What steps can we take today to reduce our preoccupation with the future and enhance our engagement with the here and now? How can this practice of mindfulness enrich the quality of our lives and those around us? 1. Accept the limits of your control. In our journey through life, it's crucial to recognize the limits of our control. Understanding that we cannot dictate every aspect of our existence is key to maintaining serenity. There are numerous factors, like the actions of others and unexpected events, that are beyond our influence. Spending energy worrying about these uncontrollable elements is not only unproductive, but also drains our mental resources. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our responses to situations, rather than the situations themselves, empowering us. Reflect on how often you worry about the uncontrollable, and imagine how your life might improve by shifting your focus to what you can influence. 2. Focus on the present. Let's delve into a core Stoic principle, focusing on the present. Ever caught up in past regrets or future worries? Stoicism teaches us to channel our energy into the here and now, our real sphere of influence. Seneca, a celebrated Stoic, once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This reminds us that our power to act lies firmly in the present. What does this focus on the present mean for you? It means engaging fully with whatever you're doing, allowing you to perform at your best and find true satisfaction. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Confine yourself to the present," which helps us accept and engage with our current emotions and thoughts actively. Reflect on this. What could you achieve and discover if you lived fully in the moment? As a modern Stoic, your challenge is to embrace each moment with mindfulness, thus shaping your future positively. How will you start focusing more on the present today? 3. Controlling your reactions. Central to Stoic philosophy is the maxim that while we cannot control external events, we can certainly control our reactions to them. The Stoic wisdom does not merely suggest but insists on the cultivation of self-mastery as the path to peace. This idea is poignantly echoed in the words of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Thus, in the face of life's uncertainties, be it a career setback, a family challenge, or even a global crisis, the Stoic finds solace not in altering the course of these events, but in steering his own emotional response toward calmness and rationality. 4. Reducing unnecessary stress. The Stoics were pioneers in recognizing the futility of worrying over the uncontrollable aspects of life, a habit that only leads to stress and anxiety. They championed a life lived in the present moment, advocating for a focus on what we can influence while accepting the inherent unpredictability of the world. By embracing this philosophy, we not only diminish our mental burdens, but also open ourselves to a life of greater happiness and resilience. Epictetus, another luminary in the Stoic tradition, wisely stated, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." This teaching is invaluable as we confront the daily pressures that come with personal ambitions and societal expectations. It teaches us to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not, empowering us to lead fulfilled and balanced lives. By internalizing and applying these timeless teachings, you too can cultivate a state of mind that not only withstands the vicissitudes of life, but also thrives in spite of them. As we continue to explore these Stoic principles, remember that each step taken is a step toward mastering yourself and crafting a life of purpose and peace. 6. Don't be ungrateful. In the tapestry of human interactions, the expression of gratitude stands as a cornerstone, shaping not just the quality of our relationships, but the very essence of our daily experience. This concept is rooted deeply in both modern psychology and ancient wisdom, underscoring the importance of appreciating the myriad gifts life bestows upon us. Never let the things you want make you forget the things you have, advises a popular saying that echoes the Stoic philosophy taught by Epictetus. He is a wise individual who refrains from grieving over the things he lacks and instead finds joy in those he possesses. These words encapsulate the vital practice of gratitude, a practice that, when neglected, can result in a demeanor of ingratitude, a failure to recognize and appreciate the good that we encounter. Being ungrateful can manifest in several ways: overlooking the small acts of kindness that brighten our days, ignoring the comfort and stability provided by our surroundings, or failing to acknowledge the efforts of those who contribute to our well-being. Such an attitude not only diminishes our own capacity for happiness, but can also fray the threads of our relationships, leading to alienation and discontent. Conversely, practicing gratitude opens us to a more fulfilling existence. It encourages us to acknowledge the positive aspects of our lives, appreciate the efforts of others, and thereby cultivate a more generous and contented spirit. This shift in perspective can transform our interactions, paving the way for more meaningful and supportive connections. Gratitude, therefore, is not merely a passive feeling, but an active practice, a daily choice that enriches our lives and endears us to others. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, let us heed the advice of Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, who observed, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Let this thought guide us in expressing gratitude consistently and heartily. In summary, as we continue on our journeys, both personal and interpersonal, the practice of gratitude remains a beacon, guiding us toward more rewarding and profound connections. It invites us to celebrate each moment and every person who enriches our lives, reinforcing the Stoic belief in the importance of embracing life's gifts with open arms and a thankful heart. 7. Avoid complaining for a happier life. Avoid complaining for a happier life. It's a simple yet profound advice that can transform the way you experience the world. Complaining, a habit that creeps into our lives almost unnoticed, often serves as our attempt to vent frustrations or gain sympathy. However, it seldom offers a solution or alleviates our troubles. Instead, it brews negativity, affecting not only our mood, but also the atmosphere around those we interact with. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once wisely remarked, Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. This suggests that happiness is largely a product of our mindset. The way we choose to perceive and respond to the events around us can set the tone for our entire life experience. Why then does complaining fall short? For one, it often turns into a repetitive cycle that offers no real relief or constructive outcome. It fosters a sense of victimhood and perpetuates the feeling that we are powerless over our circumstances. This mindset not only escalates our own stress but can also strain relationships. Constant negativity can be draining for others, and over time, people might withdraw their support, finding it too taxing to be around us. Let's consider a modern-day example. Imagine a colleague who frequently complains about their workload. Each day they express their dissatisfaction, yet they take no steps to change their situation or manage their responsibilities more effectively. The ongoing complaints don't lead to a lighter workload or more resources. Instead, they create a tense environment that diminishes the team's morale and productivity. Now, ask yourself, how often do you find yourself complaining? What might change if you shifted that energy towards seeking solutions or at least adopting a more accepting attitude? In shifting our focus from complaint to action or acceptance, we empower ourselves. We reclaim control over our emotional landscape and reduce stress, paving the way for more positive interactions and a healthier mental state. By fostering this resilience, we not only enhance our own lives, but also inspire those around us to adopt a more stoic, solution-focused approach. So what can you take away from this discussion? First, recognize the power of perspective. Your happiness might depend less on external circumstances and more on your internal dialogue. Next, challenge yourself to curb the habit of complaining. Experiment with this for a week and observe any shifts in your mood and relationships. Embrace the Stoic wisdom of self-control and self-improvement as tools not just for personal happiness, but as a way to contribute to a more positive, supportive community. In the end, isn't a happier, more content life what we're all striving for? Harness the power of positivity to transform your life. In this episode, we dive deep into the transformative power of positivity. Have you ever considered what happens when you shift from a mindset of complaints to one of solutions? Imagine freeing your mind from the relentless focus on problems, which can often feel like carrying a heavy burden. Instead, you start looking for solutions, a practice that leads not only to reduced stress, but also bolsters your emotional resilience. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By ceasing to complain, you empower yourself to improve your mental well-being substantially. But the benefits of positivity extend beyond the confines of your own mind. Think about the people you are drawn to. Are they not often the ones who radiate positivity? By embracing a positive outlook, you naturally attract others, thereby strengthening your social bonds and fostering deeper, more meaningful relationships. Positivity makes you a beacon of light in the lives of others, and who doesn't want to be around someone who brightens the room? Now let's talk about productivity. How often do we find ourselves complaining rather than acting? This behavior is more than just a mere distraction. It's a significant barrier to effectiveness. When you pivot your focus towards finding solutions and taking proactive steps, a remarkable increase in productivity follows. You not only accomplish more, but do so with a greater sense of purpose and efficiency. Moreover, positivity cultivates gratitude. When you stop focusing on the negatives and start appreciating what you have, how does that change your perspective on life? Gratitude is a powerful force that brings a profound sense of contentment and happiness. It turns what we have into enough and more. As Oprah Winfrey wisely pointed out, be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. Now I pose a question to you, dear listener. What aspects of your life could benefit from a more positive outlook? Reflect on how embracing positivity could transform your approach to everyday challenges and interactions. By fostering a positive mindset, you equip yourself with the tools to lead a richer, more fulfilling life. As we continue on our journey together, remember that the shift towards positivity is not just about better mental health, enhanced relationships, and increased productivity. It is about fundamentally changing how we perceive and interact with the world around us. It's about becoming a pillar of strength, resilience, and gratitude in our own lives, and inspiring those changes in others. So let us step forward with a positive outlook and see where this path takes us. What steps will you take today to embrace positivity and its transformative power? In the pursuit of a serene and fulfilling life, there are foundational habits that, when mastered, can significantly elevate one's mental fortitude and overall well-being. Among these is the discipline of keeping one's private reservations, embracing stoicism, and reducing complaints, a triad that fortifies the mind against the vicissitudes of life. To guide men aged 30 to 65 along this transformative journey, understanding these principles can be a beacon of stability in the chaotic tides of modern existence. 1. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness, the first of these principles, is more than a mere practice. It is a gateway to profound inner peace. By tuning into our thoughts and emotions, we cultivate a keen awareness that enables us to intercept and quiet the complaints before they escape our lips. This form of self-awareness is akin to the wisdom of Epictetus, who taught that we are disturbed not by events, but by the views which we take of them. By observing our thoughts without attachment, we can redirect our energies from complaining to responding with intention and grace. 2. Seek solutions. The second crucial step involves seeking solutions rather than stewing in our troubles. This proactive approach aligns with the Stoic ideal of focusing on what is within our control. When faced with life's inevitable challenges, the Stoic man looks for actionable solutions, understanding that the capacity for change lies in his actions, not his complaints. This mirrors the strategy employed by leaders and visionaries who pivot from problem to planning with grace and decisiveness. 3. Express gratitude. The expression of gratitude is not just a nice-to-have, but a must-have in the arsenal of mental habits that foster happiness and contentment. Regularly acknowledging the good in our lives reshapes our perspective, highlighting the abundance rather than the lack. This shift is beautifully encapsulated in the words of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Therefore, by choosing gratitude, we choose to enrich our thoughts and, by extension, our lives. These Stoic practices are not relics of a bygone era, but essential tools for the modern man. In today's fast-paced and often superficial world, embracing these timeless principles can provide a sense of purpose and direction. They prepare us to face life's storms with equanimity and to forge a path of true contentment through self-mastery and resilience. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we weave a fabric of character that is not only robust, but also rich with the wisdom of ages. As we tread this path, let us remember that each step taken in mindfulness, each solution sought in adversity, and each moment of gratitude expressed is a brick laid in the foundation of a life well lived. Thus, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and today we take that step together. As we wrap up our exploration of the 7 key principles you should keep private to embody true Stoicism, remember that the journey to personal growth and happiness often begins with introspection and thoughtful silence. By applying these Stoic practices to your daily life, you're not only cultivating a deeper understanding of yourself, but also enhancing your relationships with others through the power of discernment and selective silence. I encourage you to reflect on how these principles can be integrated into your routine. Are there thoughts or feelings you might benefit from holding close, allowing you to foster greater inner peace and wisdom? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I would love to hear how you're applying Stoic philosophy in your daily life. Don't forget to like this video if you found it insightful, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more guidance on living a fulfilled and balanced life. If you're ready to dive deeper into Stoicism, Check out my course linked in the description. Together, let's continue to grow, reflect, and thrive on this journey of self-improvement. Remember, in the pursuit of wisdom, sometimes silence speaks the loudest.